...2025 was an insanely good year for video games. As far as I'm concerned, it might be the greatest individual year of all time. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 swept up all the awards, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 set a new benchmark for RPGs, Hollow Knight, Silksong and Hades 2 represented the indie scene and took it to new levels with the likes of Split Fiction, Blueprints, Dispatch, Death Stranding 2, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Ghost of Yotai, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and many, many more, putting 2025 on a very high pedestal. So, with that all being said, 2026 has got some very big shoes to fill. We've already had lots of games confirmed for next year, with another ton of them being rumoured to drop in the next 12 months, but which one of them could realistically walk away with the coveted title of 2026 Game of the Year? Here's a few of my picks, let me know what you think down in the comments. Resident Evil 9 Requiem. The latest entry in the long-running series, Resi 9 as players switch between Grace and Leon, who have different gameplay mechanics. Missions featuring Grace, presented in the survival horror style of games such as Resi 2, 7 and Village, involving her efforts to evade detection from primary antagonist Victor, Gideon and the monsters inside the hotel. Leon's missions are more combat-driven, similar to Resident Evil 4. I like that we're being given the option to play in either first person, for fans who prefer tense realism, or third person, catering those who prefer action. February 27th is the date for this one, and I can't wait. Saros. Saros is a third person action game that combines bullet hell, third person shooter, and roguelite elements. The player controls Soltari enforcer Aryan Devraj as he investigates a lost off-world colony on the planet Carcosa. The game very much follows in the footsteps of developers Housemarque's fantastic previous game Returnal, featuring everything you'd expect of a roguelike. Persistent resource and progression systems that allow the player to permanently upgrade Devraj's loadout with new weapons and suit enhancements for subsequent playthroughs after each and every death. Devraj is equipped with the Soltari Shield, a defensive tool that allows him to block attacks, absorb the energy of incoming projectiles, and then use that absorbed energy to transform his right arm into the Carcosan power weapons and subsequently be discharged at hostile targets. April 30th cannot come soon enough. Grand Theft Auto 6. What is there to say, really? GTA 6 will do exactly what GTA does best. Take over the entire world and make probably billions of dollars in revenue for the next 10 to 15 years until GTA 7 eventually happens. The question is, will GTA 6 actually release in 2026? We've already seen one major release delay. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see another one which could coincide with the release of the next generation of consoles, most likely in 2027. I'm no GTA fan, never really cared about the series since Vice City, but it would be foolish of me to diminish the importance and the impact that a new release in the series will have. It will almost certainly be in the Game of the Year discussion whenever it does eventually drop. Control Resonant. Unlike the first fantastic Control game, which is a more traditional third-person shooter, Resonant is apparently going to be more of an action RPG game. The player assumes control of Dylan Faden, who must look for his missing sister, Jessie, the protagonist from the first Control game, while also stopping otherworldly forces from consuming the whole world after they escape containment from the Federal Bureau of Control in downtown Manhattan. The game places an emphasis on melee combat, with Dylan wielding a weapon called the Aberrant, which can shapeshift into different forms. Developers Remedy described Resonant as an open-ended game, with the player being able to explore the city and complete optional quests and objectives. No official release date has been given for this one yet, with the game just penciled in for 2026. If the incredible first game is anything to go by, Resonant will almost certainly be in the Game of the Year conversation. The Elder Scrolls 6. oh, that's a funny joke. I'm sorry, I just had to throw this one in for fun. Maybe we'll talk about this for the 2030 Game of the Year predictions. Wolverine. This is one that I'm really looking forward to. Marvel's Wolverine is built on Insomniac Games staples like fast, fluid, ferocious combat, exhilarating, action-packed set pieces, robust accessibility features, and a gripping story that taps into the core tenets of one of the most compelling comic book characters of all time. Everything Insomniac have touched in recent years has turned to absolute gold, and I'm expecting much the same here, albeit a bit different to their stellar Spider-Man releases. The game promises to explore Logan's signature spin on heroism, which is much, much darker and more brutal than you might expect from Insomniac. We're used to seeing Peter Parker and Miles Morales take down their enemies with brute force, but never rendering them unalive, let's say. That's never exactly been Logan's style, so it'll be interesting to see how they deal with the blood, guts, and severed limbs that follow the Savage everywhere he goes. This is another one with no set release date outside of late 2026, so I'd expect to see this one drop shortly before Christmas for ultimate money spinning. So there we have it. That's my summary of the games I think will be battling it out for the top spot in 2026. Personally, I think Saros is the most likely to take the mantle of Game of the Year, but a lot of it hinges on whether GTA 6 releases on time or not. Let me know your picks down in the comments. Roll on 2026. I'll see you all in the new year. Take care of yourselves.
You can